go ahead and we're gonna a new drawing. Let's do a new drawing. Okay. I'm gonna go into layout. We don't need the viewport. I want to insert a title block.
Layout.
Wow, look at mine froze. Ah, there we go. Um, no, I'm just gonna leave it all as normal. So if I go into the page setup, this is all. You guys remember how to do all this? I know Connie does.
Yeah, you know me.
Monochrome. Okie dokie. Preview. Beautiful. Alright. So, and get rid of. So, basically, what we're gonna do here is like, kind of like a title page. And it's basically going to be a page where you can have a bunch of notes and information on your drawing. Typically, I mean, basically it's like text. It's a really boring part of it, but I want you guys to understand some of the things that would go into it, okay? So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go online, okay? And we're going to go to Mount Sac and go to images. Yeah, I just realized that. And this one looks good. I'm going to save this image into my downloads, okay? Don't do that anymore. Just go save an image of a map somewhere. I don't care if it's Mount Sac. I just type Mount Sac because that's easier. Okay? Alright. Then, I'm going to X-reference that image into... Where is it at again? I can't find it again. This PC downloads. There it is. Gonna XREF that sucker right in here somewhere. Okay. So I want some text. We'll do a little bit of text. I'm just gonna say we're gonna title this project name as well. And I'm going to make that one. We'll make it 1/4 of an inch high. Yep. So for this one, the project name, there's kind of 2 different ways to do it. You may actually see where you don't actually have the title block in it. Some you will, some you won't, blah, 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 right? So this, we're using this kind of as a faux or fake, they call it a vicinity map. Usually you take kind of a Google map of your image or of your project, and we're going to make it, this should only be 1/8 of an inch now. So if I come in here, I just hit vicinity map, right? So I could have a vicinity map, something like that. Project name. You could list, if you have it, you may have like a list of what do you call it? Consultants. Yeah. or like project team, right? We'll call it project team. Then you can have a contractor. You know, you may have like an architect, contractor, I don't know, engineer of some sort. You know, and usually you'll kind of, so for the architect, we may just call it Jimbo, you know, and then you'll have like, yeah, for the
And bimbo.
um, put Gene, and then for the engineer, call it Connie.
Jack.
No, Connie's the engineer.
Oh.
Concha.
Going Jack.
So, the kind of the idea behind this is that we will have like subdivisions, right? So if we have the subdivisions, it helps kind of break the stuff apart. So, um, so to make this bigger, and I'm just doing this really fast, but I just want to show you guys kind of what you may have on a title block. So, some of the other things you may have, for instance, if we had it,
Different projects.
no, like here, you may just have like general notes, and this is where you would have like your acronyms that you're using. So you know how I've been putting it on each and every page.
You're okay.
You know, you get what I'm saying? Like EQ equals. Oops. You know, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Like all, you know, like you could have thousands of general notes, right? You may put in like project specs or something, right? And then in here, you could put like single family home. You may put like, you know, whatever, 2,100 square feet.
Sounds nice size.
Some building like building not building codes because that would go on a separate page, but like you may have like the city department information. So if you're submitting to a city, blah 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 blah, and then usually you're gonna have a table of some sort. We want like only want 2. We want like 12. We'll just do 12 for now. Yeah, that's fine. So this would be like they call it a sheet index. It may be like, but in here, like you would put like A.1, right? Then you could hit like floor plan, and then A.2. Does it work if it? No, it doesn't. Figures. 8.4, 8.5, 8.6, 8.7, blah, blah, blah. You get the picture, right? Then this one may be like a foundation plan. Then this may be like a roof plan. And then the furniture plan. I don't know. Right? And then you may have like elevations, sections, details. Okay. Close enough, right? The idea is that I want to make this too far. Yeah. I want to put this sucker right here. Yeah, close enough, right? Yeah. So, the reason I'm showing you this too is, first of all, it's kind of really boring stuff to do, but you are gonna be required to do this for your final project. Yeah. So I'll give you. I'm gonna give you the information. I'm not gonna give you the actual layout. Okay. So I'll give you like in a written document. Hey, this is what I want. And I mean, you don't have to follow this exact layout. Is what I'm saying. I'm gonna give you the freedom to do stuff, but I mean, I want you guys. I didn't even spell foundation right. Look at that, foundatio.
A for effort.
But I just want you to be aware. Like you normally gonna have like, if you get a set of drawings, you're gonna have. So go ahead and delete all the dimensions, everything I made you guys do. We don't necessarily need it right now, so. So a section. So it's gonna be kind of the same process. The first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna offset this 5 inches, so I have some wall thickness. That's it. I don't need to really do it. It's gonna be real primitive, right? But so if we draw some projection lines again, so I draw some extension lines, right? Then I want one horizontally, right? Just like we did last time. So you draw some extension lines vertically to the most exterior point of your building, essentially, right? And then I drew one horizontally. Okay? So I'm going to offset that horizontal one, and I'm just going to do it at 12 feet. I'm going to extend it up. So I have a nice looking little box right there. Right? So if I take this, trim it off, now I kind of have a box, right? Simple. Simple, simple, simple. So let's say I had a roof that was pitched 2 feet. So if I offset this another 2 more feet, and I'm just going to simply make kind of the pitch of my roof for now.
Offset the 2 feet?
Yeah. Right? What are the overhangs usually? We're using a foot. We've been using a foot. So we want to kind of extend them. Okay. I want my ground to go past my building, just like an elevation. And I want it to have some thickness. 24 inches. Okay. Then I want the roof to have a thickness. I'm just gonna use 12 for now. Then the last thing that I'm really missing for like a super rudiment, 12 inches, yeah. Super rudimentary one is some wall thickness. So I want to trim this off or offset those. So that basically I have something like that.
Offset those, the wall.
Yeah.
How many feet?
The walls are 5 inches. So basically now we have it so it's been cut through, right? We're basically cutting, just so you guys understand, we're cutting here looking this way, okay? So if we were to project another line, because let's just say this is actually like this, just for learning, right? So it's no walls, it's just one big weird L-shaped room. So if I projected a line, I would actually start to see this line too. Okay? Because that, I would see that edge of the wall, right? If I'm cutting a section. Almost looks more like a barn than anything. Call it a barn. This is a barn. Screw it. There's no attic, nothing. It's a barn. There you go.
That
So-
looks like a Roman or something. Mausoleum?
No. Not even close. Their drawings are way more detailed than this.
Looks very good.
So for instance, if we had like a window in here, I'm just gonna do it real quick. You guys don't just have to do it, but
It's,
so if I had a window, right?
where are you doing the window?
That's actually pretty cool.
Just like that. There.
Oh, in the bottom?
Yeah. So if I had a window and I'm cutting through the section, right? Like I'm cutting here.
You did you did an excellent through the middle of the cathedral?
Of the what?
Through the middle, right?
Mm,
Or the barn?
well, I did it where the wall actually would
Oh,
show.
I got you.
Yeah. So, and then if I offset 48 and then 48 again, just because I like even numbers, it's just easier. So just like the elevation, you're actually going to start to see the you start to see the window, even though that's on the exterior of the building. If the window's here, I'd see it. Just like if I had a door here, open. Yeah. So if I had a door here, right, somewhere over here, I had a door there. I would actually see that here, right? So we would have a door drawn, similar to the elevations. You can start to see that some of the characters and some of the symbols and stuff you could actually start to use in both drawings, right? Okay. So the I didn't save that one. Son of a gun.
Was that a 4 feet window?
Yeah. So if I grab these, grab those, drop those in. Now you can see, look, all my layers are already back. Right? I didn't even have to go and create no layers. But the layers for the section are going to be really similar to your layers for your elevation. So just like the elevation, what's closer to you is going to be wider. What's further away is going to be thick. The only other difference is what's cut is going to be hatched. Okay? So we want to hatch both of those. In this case, we want them solid. So that's a real rudimentary section, but you start to see that the interior space, you know, so for instance, if we had this wall cutting like that, right, we would have this actually hatched. Oops, I gotta extend that first. We would hatch that wall too, right? It would show it that it's two different rooms.
There's the wall.
Well, yeah, exactly. So that's what I'm just trying to show you. So we don't have that in this case, right? We have simply the wall, like a big L-shaped room.
Yeah.
So you can start to see, you know, the spatial relationship between the two of them, basically. If we had a window here, so keep doing that. If we had a window over here, for instance, where we cut like that, right? let's say we had a window where we cut it, that would actually show up in the section as well. So you would show it kind of like this,
Oh,
right?
the profile view.
Yeah, exactly. The profile view. Then, oops, I don't want that. I want this. So then you would have it hatched like that instead. Make sense? So you're showing the difference, you know. I mean, if it was really like in here, like if we're drawing a section and you have multiple floors, you know, that's when it really starts to help show the spatial relationship between the two floors, and stuff like that. So, but basically, a section is a cut through. So, the best kind of place to put the north arrow per se would actually be in paper space, right? So if we took, I don't know, ½ inch, probably too big, like 3/8 of an inch. God, that even seems too big. But I mean, it's pretty simple little symbol. Wow, frozen. Ooh, look at that. Yeah. Yeah. So something as simple as that starts to become a north arrow. Typically, you have it as like a block or something. Probably have some text on there, so I'll say N. You know. Something like that. And you could place it pretty much anywhere on the drawing. Is yeah, correct. And then the elevation that you could use. There's actually, let me see here. Hold on. Express tools. I think they're in here. There should be. They used to be in Express tools. Express tools, right? Don't see it. Don't see it. Tools. I wonder if I do. Symbol inserts that. Jeez, I don't want that.